Guilty. The verdict is in for Jimmy Dimora, the man at the center of one of the biggest corruption cases in Cuyahoga County history. After 7 days of deliberation, a federal jury found the former Cuyahoga County commissioner guilty on 33 of the 34 counts against him.
The man who was once one of the most powerful in Cuyahoga County is now headed to prison, and for a long time. We have live team coverage on this verdict, which was 5 years in the making. Kristen Byrne got reaction from people here in Cuyahoga County. Paul Kiska was in the courtroom as the verdict was read. And Chief Investigator Ron Regan has been following every development in this case for a long while. Ron, this corruption case led to charges against so many high-profile people in the county. But all along, Dimora has been at the center of it all.
Well, you're absolutely right, Leon. It was a 4-year FBI investigation, more than 44,000 wiretaps. And in the end, more than 50 defendants pled guilty or were found guilty, including 2 former Cuyahoga County judges. And today, a jury in USA versus Dimora reached its verdict shortly before noon. Jimmy Dimora and his wife arrived at the federal courthouse moments before the verdict was read. Mr. Whitaker, yes, comment?
Not at this time.
No. Mr. Dimora, could you make a comment, please? Mrs. Dimora, do you have any comment at all? But in September 2010, the day he was arrested, he had plenty to say about former friends who already pled guilty.
It's a whole lot of people that got in trouble, that made up lies, that were cut deals with the federal government for less jail time.
But the most explosive allegations came from this man, Cleveland businessman Ferris Kleem. Last May, Kleem told federal prosecutors that he bribed both Dimora and Auditor Frank Russo in a number of schemes. Kleem also said he even paid $1,000 to a prostitute, then escorted her to Dimora's suite during a junket to Las Vegas that also included Russo. And earlier in April 2010, here's how Dimora described those allegations.
Exactly what I asked for, the massage, and that's on phone tape. I didn't ask for a hooker on the phone. I didn't ask for a prostitute on the phone. I asked for a massage, no sex. But in the end, Dimora was most likely convicted on the very words that came out of his own mouth on those FBI wiretaps. Leon?
Ron, the judge revoked Jimmy Dimora's bond today. So what's next for Dimora and the jury in this case?
Well, he is now being incarcerated. Exactly where, Leon, we don't know yet. And he will stay behind bars until he is finally sentenced, and we don't have that sentencing date yet. He will be back in court, however, here at federal court in Akron on Tuesday for what's called a forfeiture hearing, and that is when government prosecutors are going to try to get every penny that he has left, money that the government believes it's due through Jimmy Dimora's ill-gotten gains.